Stop scrolling, listen carefully, because this exhaustion you're carrying isn't ordinary. It's not laziness. It's not a lack of motivation. It's a spiritual sign. And if you're feeling it, you may be one of the chosen ones Allah is preparing. Through silence, through isolation, and yes, through a deep, crushing physical fatigue that no one else sees. 1. You're always tired, but the doctors say you're fine. 2. You go to sleep, but it doesn't help. 3. You wake up, still tired. 4. Your body feels like it's been carrying something invisible all night. You've tried drinking more water. You've tried changing your diet. You've even gone to the doctor. But every test says you're fine. So why do you feel like this? Because this isn't just physical. It's spiritual. Your soul is tired, and that's a sign that something deeper is happening inside you. It's like Allah is pressing pause on your outer life, so He can do surgery on your inner life. The exhaustion you're feeling isn't a weakness. It's a signal. It's your soul trying to speak, trying to tell you that the way you used to live can't continue anymore. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're not falling behind. You're being purified. Allah is burning away what you don't need. The false responsibilities, the noise, the expectations of people. He's unplugging you from the dunya so you can reconnect with something greater. Him. This fatigue is forcing you to slow down. Because if you kept running like before, you'd miss what Allah is trying to show you. He's not punishing you. He's pulling you away from the world so you can finally hear what your heart has been whispering for years. I need peace. I need purpose. I need Allah. This isn't the end. It's the beginning of your transformation. You're not just tired. You're being reborn from the inside out. 2. You're in a season of isolation. Lately it feels like people are drifting away. Your phone is quieter. The group chats don't feel the same. You walk into a room full of people, but somehow you still feel alone. You wonder if something's wrong with you. You replay old conversations, thinking maybe you pushed people away, or maybe you're just hard to love. But here's the truth that's hard to accept. Allah has pulled you into isolation on purpose, not to hurt you, but to heal you, to separate you from the noise so you can finally hear your own soul. When you're around people too much, you start absorbing their energy, their fears, their distractions. You start carrying weights that were never yours. And after a while, your heart becomes so loud with dunya that you can't hear the whisper of Allah anymore. So He pulls you out, slowly, gently, but it feels harsh because you don't understand it yet. You think you're being abandoned, but in reality, you're being chosen. Chosen for quiet transformation, chosen for private rebuilding. Allah is putting you in a season of isolation so He can give you what people could never offer. Real strength, real clarity, real purpose. Yes, it hurts. It's lonely. But in this loneliness, you'll find a new kind of peace. One that doesn't depend on approval, attention, or company. In this quiet season, you'll start noticing things you never noticed before. You'll realize who truly matters, and who was only loud, not loyal. You'll remember how to speak to Allah again, not through formal words, but through broken du'as whispered in the dark. Don't rush this season. Don't fight it. Because when Allah isolates you, it means He's preparing to elevate you. And before He lets the world hear your name, He'll make sure you know who you are, without needing applause. This isn't loneliness, it's preparation, and those who survive the silence are the ones who return with voices strong enough to move mountains. 3. Your body feels weak, but your heart feels deeper. Your body feels heavy. Simple tasks feel like climbing a mountain. You get tired just walking across the room, and sometimes even breathing feels like a chore. But here's what's strange. While your body feels like it's fading, your heart feels more alive than it ever has. You're not as physically strong as you used to be, but somehow your connection to Allah is stronger. Your words have more feeling. Your tears come more easily. And in sujood, you find a peace that no physical energy could ever give. This weakness you're feeling, it's not a curse. It's a divine shift. Allah is allowing your body to slow down so your soul can rise. He's taking your attention away from muscles and movement and turning it inward so you can finally explore the parts of you that were buried under schedules, distractions, and noise. You're not falling apart. You're being realigned. Because your heart is remembering why it was created, not to chase status, not to compete with others, but to know Allah, to seek Him, to return to Him in every breath, especially when your strength is gone. When your body is weak, you begin to taste the beauty of full reliance. Every prayer feels more raw. Every Ya Allah feels more sincere, because you're no longer pretending to be strong. And that's where true strength is born, in surrender. People may not understand. They may say you're overthinking, or exaggerating, or just tired. But what they don't see is the silent battlefield inside you, where your body is retreating so your ruh, your soul, can step forward, stronger, wiser, closer to Allah. This is not weakness. This is awakening. So if your body feels like it's fading, but your heart feels deeper, more grateful, more sensitive to truth, then you are not being broken. You're being rebuilt from the inside out. And the version of you that comes out of this will carry a light no one can take away. 4. You can't do what you used to do anymore. You used to be able to handle so much. Busy days, loud people, endless tasks. You could stay up late, bounce back from stress, juggle everything at once. But now, you can't. And you don't understand why. Even small things feel heavy now. You start something, then lose energy halfway. You try to force motivation, but your heart just isn't in it anymore. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You've simply outgrown the version of life that once fit you. What once gave you joy now feels empty. What once felt exciting now feels exhausting. You don't laugh the same. You don't chase the same things, because deep inside, something in you is shifting. This isn't failure. This is spiritual evolution. When Allah begins to change the direction of your life, He first removes your ability to stay comfortable in old places. He takes the sweetness out of certain things to show you they're no longer meant for you. It's like wearing shoes that used to fit, but now they're tight, painful, and uncomfortable. Not because something is wrong, but because you've grown. You're not supposed to be who you were last year, or even last month. Allah is updating your soul, and in that process, the you that once loved distraction, chaos, noise, and people-pleasing is slowly disappearing. Now you crave peace, you crave meaning, you crave time alone, with your thoughts and with Allah. But this shift confuses you, because you remember the old you, the strong you, the active you, the happy you. What you don't realize is, Allah isn't taking your energy away. He's redirecting it from outer success to inner depth, from public life to private growth, from doing more to being more. You're being called into a slower, more sacred pace. A rhythm that lets your soul breathe. A life that's built around your values, not other people's expectations. Yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, it feels like loss. But sometimes Allah has to disconnect you from who you were, to prepare you for who you're becoming. This isn't weakness. It's wisdom. It's divine protection. From going back to a life that looked good on the outside, but starved you on the inside, you're not behind. You're just becoming someone new. Someone that old routines and old habits no longer recognize. Let go. You're not losing yourself. You're finally meeting the real you. 5. You feel a quiet urgency, but no clarity. Yet there's something inside you that won't let you rest. You can't explain it, but it's there. This quiet pressure, this invisible tension, like something big is about to happen. But you don't know what. You don't know when. And you don't know why you feel this way. But the feeling won't leave you alone. It's like your soul is standing at a door that hasn't opened yet. You can't see what's behind it, but you know deep down that what's coming will change everything. This is not anxiety. It's not fear. It's something deeper, something sacred. It's divine urgency. Allah is awakening something in you, a part of you that was asleep, a calling that's been waiting in silence. And now, it's starting to whisper. You feel the pull, but you don't feel the plan. And that's where the confusion creeps in. You ask, Ya Allah, what am I supposed to do with this feeling? I want to move forward, but I don't know where to go. I want to start something, but I don't know what it is yet. That tension you feel, it's part of the process. Because when Allah prepares you for a major shift, He doesn't give you the full map. He gives you a feeling, a whisper, a fire in your chest that won't let you settle anymore. That fire isn't random. It's the soul's response to divine instruction. But Allah makes you wait. Why? Because He's teaching you how to walk by trust, not by sight. He's stretching your patience. He's forcing you to develop spiritual muscles that only grow in uncertainty. That quiet urgency is sacred. It's the sign that you're stepping into a new spiritual chapter. But the ink hasn't dried yet. And sometimes Allah delays clarity so you don't rely on your own logic, but instead fall back into His guidance every single step. So if you're feeling that deep urge to move, to shift, to change, but nothing is clear yet, don't panic. You're not broken. You're not being left behind. You're in the waiting room of divine timing. And the longer you sit with this fire inside you, the more you'll realize you are never waiting for clarity. You are waiting for alignment. And when it comes, when Allah finally gives you that green light, everything will make sense. All the tension, all the silence, all the days of not knowing, they were never meant to frustrate you. They were meant to transform you, so that when the path appears, you step into it not just with action, but with iman, with depth, and with a heart fully surrendered to the one who wrote your story before you were even born. 6. You're not being punished. You're being positioned. You've probably asked yourself this in silence. Why is this happening to me? Why the delays? Why the setbacks? Why the pain that doesn't seem to have a purpose? And somewhere deep down, maybe you've wondered if this is punishment. Maybe you've whispered, is Allah upset with me? Did I do something wrong? But listen carefully. You are not being punished. You are being positioned. What feels like rejection is actually protection. What feels like loss is actually alignment. Allah is not pushing you away. He's moving things around in your life to place you exactly where you need to be. You just can't see the whole board yet. Imagine a chess piece. Sometimes it gets pulled back, just before it makes the move that wins the entire game. That's you. Allah is the master strategist, the one who sees 10 steps ahead, and right now, what looks like chaos to you, missed opportunities, closed doors, relationships ending, plans falling apart, is actually precision. Every closed door was a wall placed between you and something that would have destroyed your spirit. Every delay was Allah saying, "Not yet. You're not ready. And neither is what I have for you." Every disappointment was really redirection, turning your face away from what was good toward what is divinely better. Sometimes we mistake positioning for punishment because we only measure progress by what we can see. But Allah moves in the unseen. You may think you're stuck, but in reality, Allah has placed you in a sacred waiting zone, the space between who you were and who He's preparing you to become. And here's what's most powerful. During this time, you're being shaped silently. Your patience is being deepened. Your faith is being trained. Your heart is being purified of attachments. You are being refined into someone who can handle what's coming with grace, gratitude, and strength. So no, this is not punishment. Allah is too merciful for that. This is preparation. This is positioning, because where He's taking you, you can't afford to carry your old mindset, your old wounds, your old distractions. You may feel like you're in the background now, forgotten, unseen, passed over. But trust this. When Allah positions someone, He hides them first. He removes the noise. He clears the path. He rebuilds the heart and in silence, so that when the world finally sees you, they meet a version of you that Allah Himself sculpted. Not fame, not people, not ego, but divine hands. So, breathe. You are exactly where you're meant to be. Not because of punishment, but because you're being placed for something greater than you ever imagined. 7. You cry without a clear reason. Lately, you cry, but you don't know why. No one said anything hurtful. Nothing dramatic happened that day. You weren't even thinking about anything sad. But out of nowhere, the tears come. While lying in bed, while driving alone, while sitting in silence. And you're left wondering, why? Let me tell you, it's not weakness. It's not overthinking. It's not being too emotional. This is your soul releasing what words cannot explain. Sometimes your heart carries too much. Things you never spoke about, pain you ignored, disappointments you pretended didn't affect you, old wounds you told yourself you were over. But deep inside, your soul remembers. And when Allah begins to purify you, when He starts removing those silent poisons, the tears come, not to break you, but to heal you. This kind of crying isn't always about sadness. Sometimes it's relief. Sometimes it's a sign that something trapped inside you is finally being let go. Maybe you're grieving a version of yourself you no longer are. Maybe you're releasing pain you didn't even realize you still carried. Or maybe your soul just misses Allah. The dunya world has a way of numbing us, keeping us distracted, fast, loud, overstimulated, until Allah slows everything down so you can feel again. Tears are your soul's way of saying, I'm alive, I'm awake, I'm ready to feel this fully so I can finally heal. And here's what most people don't know. Tears are a mercy. They are not a flaw. They are not a sign of failure. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, crying out of fear of Allah, even as much as the head of a fly can save you from the fire. Hadith Sahih. That means your quiet tears in the dark, the ones no one sees, may be the most valuable acts of worship you've ever done. Because those tears are du'as in liquid form, they are signs that your heart is softening, and a soft heart is one that's closest to Allah. So if you find yourself crying without a clear reason, don't fight it, don't shame it, and never say, "I'm too weak." That moment may be the strongest, most sacred moment of your day. Sometimes your body cries when your soul finally feels safe enough to release what it was never meant to carry forever. So let it flow. Let Allah wash away what your heart has carried alone for too long. And know this, those tears are not going unnoticed. They are witnessed, they are counted, they are honored by the one who created you with a heart that was never meant to stay numb, but to feel, to heal, and to transform. 8. You feel invisible, but you are being seen by the divine. You feel like no one sees you anymore. Your efforts go unnoticed. Your kindness goes unreturned. You show up for others, but when you need someone, the silence is louder than words. You walk into rooms and feel like you don't matter. You speak, and no one really hears you. It's like you're physically present, but emotionally invisible, and it hurts. Not because you want attention, but because you're longing for someone to truly see you. You feel like no one sees you anymore. Your efforts go unnoticed. Your kindness goes unreturned. You show up for others, but when you need someone, the silence is louder than any words. You walk into rooms and feel like you don't matter. You speak, but no one truly hears you. It's not just about being ignored. It's the ache of being unseen. And the worst part, you're not asking for attention. You're just longing for someone to see you. Not the version you present to the world, but the real you, the tired you, the loyal you, the struggling, aching, faithful you. Yet still, you remain in the shadows. You help others shine, but no one seems to shine the light back on you. But let me tell you something that may completely change your perspective. You are not invisible. You are being hidden by Allah, and there is a profound difference. When Allah wants to protect someone, He hides them from people who would use them, from relationships that would drain them, from opportunities that would distract them, from fame that would corrupt them. He covers them in divine shade, not because they aren't worthy of the spotlight, but because the spotlight is not worthy of them. You may feel invisible to the world, but you are fully seen in the unseen realm. Every step you take in silence, Allah sees it. Every act of patience you offer without recognition, He records it. Every time you bite your tongue to protect someone's heart, He witnesses it. You are not unseen. You are being guarded, because some diamonds do not belong in open markets. They belong in vaults, protected, preserved, priceless. And sometimes when Allah hides you, it's not because you're not ready for the world. It's because the world is not ready for the weight of your presence. So He builds you in private. He strengthens your character. He deepens your connection with Him. He teaches you to rely on His approval alone, so that when He finally reveals you, you will not be shaken by criticism nor addicted to praise. Being seen by people may feel good, but being seen by Allah, that is pure peace, because when Allah sees you, He honors you in ways no human ever could. He answers your silent du'as. He blesses you with clarity in confusion. He gives you a calm heart, even in chaos. So if you feel invisible right now, just remember, the angels know your name. The heavens hear your prayers, and your name is written in a place far more sacred than any spotlight. In the book of the one who created you. And when the time is right, when you've grown in silence, when you've healed in solitude, when you've built your foundation with sincerity, Allah will lift the curtain, and when He does, the world will finally meet the version of you that was fashioned by divine hands, in divine timing, for a divine purpose. Until then, rest in the safety of being seen by the only one who truly matters. So if you're tired beyond reason, if you feel like the world is moving while you're stuck in a fog, know this: you are not behind. You are being rebuilt. And when Allah finishes what He's doing in the dark, you will understand why He made you rest while others were running. You're not being left out. You're being reserved for something greater, for something sacred, for something only the chosen ones are trusted with. Stay patient. Stay in sujood. Your story isn't over. It's just hidden for now.